Welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm for episode 20 with me, MrSealyp. Now, as you can imagine, the harvest is rattling along, and obviously field 51 is now complete, but that needs ploughing. I need to get the bales off the field. There's a load of equipment that's sitting there waiting for me to do things. I moved the harvester over to field 57, started harvesting that, but it's got a full grain tank. I took the baler over and I made up those last few litres to give me one extra bale. So that's now been, I've put that over by the hayloft. But after my success on the west coast using the snowblower for a silage shifting apparatus, this was suggested to me a while back by Alan. And when the snowblower came out, Alan commented saying you could use it for various different things. And he got quite a bit of abuse over that, as far as I gather. And he removed his post. But when I used it the other day, and when you check on... We're going to have a look at that now. Actually, let's go to the store. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I think it's in miscellaneous. There we go. So when you look at the bottom, all the crops it says it does. Now this is supposed to pick up everything. I mean, literally this will pick up everything according to that at the bottom. And he got a bit of grief over that. Now David also suggested to me after my video the other day. He said if you already have a trailer, which I already do, if you use the snowblower and a trailer, it's a cheaper version of a loading wagon. I mean, at the end of the day, these aren't cheap. You can also do that with, there are various different pickups. I think, were they in the Massey Ferguson pack? I've got to make sure I go to the right place. What are they going to be under? Wasn't under harvesters, was it? I can't remember now. Oh, I don't know where they are. There's so many mods now. When they're all installed, it's remember where everything is. Anyway, there were the kind of pickups in the Massey Ferguson pack as well that kind of do the same thing. So what I'm going to do, and I've just realised I've come to the wrong side, I'm going to sell the Lely Tigo, the loading wagon. I've got the 45,000 litre agro liner, and with the snowblower I've got a slightly larger capacity loading wagon. Now what I can also do is when I get to a point where I can buy bigger trailers, again with the snowblower and obviously the right tractor pulling it, you've got a massive loading wagon. It makes perfect sense. So sell that for 76,000. And I think the snowblower is going to cost me just under 7, isn't it? So that's a no-brainer. So thank you to Alan and David for that idea. Oh, that's the other thing as well. I've got messaged by Chris. You know, I've been doing stuff with grass and putting the grass in the silos, and I'm getting berated by people telling me that you shouldn't be doing it. Let me just get that. MrSealyp Green, of course. Standard or work light? I'll get this on with a work light because I might need to use it in the dark myself. 7339. It is a fraction of the price, actually about a tenth of what I just got. So yeah, no brainer. Yeah, cutting grass and putting grass into a vertical silo, it's not realistic. You can't do it, you shouldn't do it. I got messaged by a guy called Chris who said on their farm for years and years that's exactly what they did. Silage and grass. Obviously the grass wasn't cut and left wet, it was allowed to dry a little bit, and they always stored it in a vertical silo. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. So where I've been storing grass and hay and things like that away, it doesn't have to be baled and you don't have to use the grass straight away. You can. There's no reason at all why you can't put it into a vertical silo. So Chris, thank you for getting in touch about that. Yeah, so there's various different things that are kind of guiding my kind of direction that I'm heading. So I don't need... That's all I came up for, wasn't it? It feels weird going back without the trailer on the back. Right, I'll be there in a second. And then we'll use this as a pickup to get the straw swath off field 57. Then we'll get on with getting those straw bales off of field 51. and then we can continue harvesting. I'm just trying to think. Actually, it won't be harvesting, it's going to be field work, because I can't then do any more harvesting till tomorrow, till 56A and 55A are ready, and then that'll be, oh no, 36 and 37 I haven't done either. So yeah, there's a few bits to do, and that's kind of the thing. I have grabbed the T8 only because I thought when this trailer fills up a little bit, I think the New Holland Fiat Agri might struggle to pull the trailer. So let's go on to that. Actually, I won't go to the back first. Put the flap. Is that as far back as the flap goes? Ooh, a bit worrying. Okay, to the front. Open up the slot. It's already open. Great. Pipe. Out. Turn it on. Drop it down. This thing is brilliant. Okay, well there we go. The snowblower is awesome. It's now a straw blower. So not in a negative way, this blows pretty much anything. Not a bad speed either. So what I'll do now then is clear the rest of the swaths off here. Oh, I just realised I meant to bring up the trailers, unload them. I meant to unload the harvester, not clear the swaths first, but it doesn't matter. The swaths do need to be cleared. I just thought I would use this. Anyway, right, I'm going to finish off this, then I'll empty the harvester and the harvester can continue. Okay, now before I get over to getting the bales onto the trailer off field 51, a couple of things I've found using this, which are also advantages. The width is a little bit wider than a loading wagon pickup, which means picking up swaths of any description, it doesn't really miss anything. You can actually pick up at an incredibly fast pace, which is faster than the loading wagons can run at, which is also incredibly helpful. You need to slow down a little bit when you get to piles, because it needs to sort of chomp its way through, but generally speaking this will clear at quite a pace. It's working really well. Now, before I get off this field, the last thing I am going to mention is this. Let's turn it off, lift it up. The header that I got, the Case Draper 45 foot or 13.5 metre header. Having used it for the morning, it's become quite apparent it's the wrong fit. As soon as I leased it and realised the pipe wasn't the right length and that kind of thing, you start thinking, I don't know, I think I've made the wrong choice here. But you've leased it and you've already kind of money into it, so I thought I'd use it for a bit. It doesn't sit right on the harvester. When it's down, it's too far off the floor. I've had a couple of comments left mentioning the same thing, and it's been niggling away at me since I leased it. So the guys from the store are going to come and collect that. I'm going to lease the header that goes with this one. So under headers, that will be, where are we? Go right to the end. The Rostselmash Draper Stream 900, which is a 9 metre head. 9 metre header. So that's going to cost me more, but doesn't matter. We've made a bit of money selling the loading wagon. So actually, you know what? No, I do need it now. I was going to say I don't need it till tomorrow, but I do, because I've got field 36 or 37, whichever one it is that needs doing, needs to be done. So I'm going to need that header. So they'll come and collect that one. Hopefully they'll bring the other one and drop that off. But what I'll do is go and take this and put this into storage. We got about 12,500 litres of wheat off this field, which isn't massive, but then it only had 1 or 2 fertilising states and it hasn't been ploughed and that kind of thing. I'm also thinking, I said about clearing the trees at the end, so it's easier for turning. I'm thinking about taking them back quite a way and extending this field further to give myself a bigger field, but that's going to be a winter project. I'm not going to do that now because I've got too much harvesting to do. So get this back to the farm. The snowblower is an investment as well, because when winter comes, if we do get any snow, I'm going to need to clear it. So to be honest with you, it's a double whammy on that. It works absolutely brilliantly. So happy days. Right. Yes, bales. Let's get those bales off. I'm going to do it manually. No auto loading. Hooray! Okay, we're done. I'm now down here, and I'm thinking, Richie, I've got the knock-in tyres on this. I probably could have done with putting like proper tractor tyre treads on them, but never mind. I have ploughed field 57, removed a couple of trees just so I could plough it easier. The cultivator's here ready because this needs ploughing and cultivating. But I need to get these bales off, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to use the auto load trailer, but I'm going to use it like a standard trailer. That's the plan. Hopefully nothing's going to go horribly wrong, provided I don't press the wrong button at any point. Then it tries to reload it. If it does, then it only goes 3 high, so it's not going to work. So fingers crossed on this. I don't make a horrible mistake. Close the claws. And let's see how we get on. I'm assuming the straps will go over it. They might not, so it'll be fingers crossed. We'll see how we get on. After putting up the 2 videos I did from when I did my farm experience, I've had very weird feedback from that, I have to say. Some people saying well done, congratulations, good job, good effort, that kind of stuff. I've had people saying, asking who the slow driver was driving the tractor. The whole point was, it was a tractor experience. I've never done it before, so it was me having a go. I do something else for a living. I'm not a farmer. I don't drive tractors for a living. So, and then loads of people saying how great it was. But then obviously because I did the bale stacking quite well on that, now I've got to do the same on here. Although that was only 1 bale at a time. Now I was also asked about in-cab footage, because you could probably tell from the video or videos that I had kind of like a GoPro. It's a GoPro variant action camera, and I've had real issues transferring the files over. All the footage that my wife and my daughter took on their phones transferred over, no problem at all. I managed to edit, no problem. The stuff that was on the little micro SD card, for some reason I couldn't get the two to kind of go together. I wanted a nice blend between the two and chop between out of cab and in cab, and it just wasn't going to happen. Editing real footage is not my forte. I do this on a game, and I edit all of my stuff on Share Factory, which is actually far easier than actually doing it with real footage. So yeah, at some point I'll work out. Claws out. I'm too busy talking. I could probably do it be a little bit closer actually. What I will do, so I can get this to work. If I can get it straight on, it might. Is that knocking the other one off? That's not too bad. Yeah, what I will try and do, once I can get that footage sorted out, there will be probably another couple of videos that I might pop out, just shortish ones I think, with some of the in-cab stuff I did, but we'll see. You know, that will be coming at some point. I'm just used to doing gaming, not, you know, I know for a lot of people I don't even have any editing software because I do everything on Share Factory on my PlayStation, so the editing I did was actually on my phone for those two that I put up, so it may seem a bit raw and a bit kind of basic, because realistically it was raw and a bit basic. Anyway, I will continue doing this. Now, I know when I've done this kind of thing before, oh, I'm over too far, and I'll do this from the other side. People have said, why do you keep going around the trailer? You've got an extendable arm on the telehandler, just load it all from one side. Yeah, absolutely I could. There's no reason why I couldn't do that at all. I just find sometimes having one on there already, it's sometimes easier to push the other side up against it, or you can put a strap on and then, but that doesn't look as realistic. If you put a strap on first to hold the first stack in place, you're then technically pushing the bales through a strap that's already there. It just doesn't look right. So I try to avoid doing that if I can. That wasn't very straight at all, was it? Let's go and get that in. And obviously then people then say, why don't you do it in cab? Oh! Yeah, okay. It is a possibility. See what I mean? Too close. And that keeps catching. That bottom bale does not like it. The whole lot's coming off now. What is going on? Right. Let's get this on and worry about it in a minute. It was all going so well until this one. That's not what I know. Right. Oh, gee. That's better. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be okay. Don't really want to travel too far with these stacks, but needs must. Whoa, that was way too quick. Thought it was going to knock over then. Oh, let's have a look in cab. That was weird. This is so much easier to do in real life because there's just no, you can't get the distance right, you can't work out. Let's close that and hopefully it works. Take my time. Not even straight. Right, let's take the claws out and I'll worry about the mess afterwards. What have I done? Whoa, that was close. Okay. Let's come out of cab. Could have been better. Definitely could have been better. Right, okay. Let's see if I can straighten up a little bit. Okay, right, I'm going to continue. Hopefully we'll have a full trailer in a little while. And it should look a bit better. I'm hoping I'll get a bit tidied and yeah, we'll try and get it back. We'll try and get it back in one piece anyway. Right, let's continue. So it's working as a regular trailer. That's what I was hoping for. Now what you can do, and like I say, this is what this bit isn't realistic. If you put a strap like that, it does that, which holds that in place. You can bring another stack round and you can actually go through the strap and push right up against that without that moving, but it's just not real. I don't want to do that. So here we have a huge problem. I stacked and it went fine. I got into the tractor and it did its auto stack, restacked them 3 high. So what I've done now is got 2 more stacks and put the 4th one on top of each one. However, they've all gone like this, all leaning. So I don't think the auto stack trailer works particularly well as a manual trailer. Now what I should have done, because when you buy it you get a couple of options. So I go into the store now and we'll go to baling technology, which is there, and I go along to it, where we go, square bales. You can have it auto load or standard. I should have taken it to my toolbox or brought my toolbox out and maybe converted it just while I do this, because I'm worried now that when I get into the tractor it's going to auto stack again. Now they've also lent as well, because the trailer's on a slope, and I said that when I first did this and started putting the stacks out in the last episode, it was not a flat build. So now what I'm really terrified of is I'm going to get in. Oh no, I might get it back. I've got to be really careful though and make sure I don't press anything. So if I press anything and this goes into its auto stack mode or transport mode or unload mode, it's all going to go horribly wrong. So I'm going to take my time and I'm literally just going to press accelerate and steer and not anything else, and then we'll get it up to the towards the hayloft, and then I'm going to unload them in stacks of 4, and then with the skid steer and the fork I'm going to take 2 bales at a time in, rather than up the conveyor belt up the ramp at the other side. So it might be a little bit easier. I just don't want to get this wrong, because this is rather precarious. And I was almost finished as well. I got to like I think I had 1 stack left to put on, and one of the stacks was a bit wobbly and the front 2 stacks were hanging over, so I thought I'll move the tractor, then I can get round to the front to push them back on. Got in the tractor and it auto stacked, and I was like, ugh. But anyway, they're on. I needn't have said anything. I could have just pretended I did it all myself, but I'm being honest, that's what it did. But we have got them up here. I've got 2 more stacks and then 2 bales on their own. So what I'm going to do is put this here for a minute, like that, and turn the engine off and not touch anything else. I'm going to get the telehandler. I'm going to take them off a stack of 4 at a time, put them down, and then I'm going to get the skid steer with the forks, and I'm going to take them in and out from here. So that's what I do now, and that's the bale that came out of the baler, the one I made up from field 57. So skid steer now, go and get that, bring the telehandler back. I might bring a stack of bales with the telehandler actually, and then what I'll do to finish off this episode is start getting them into there. We are getting there, but what I can also do is start the ploughing down here, because that needs doing. Oh, it does need spreading as well. Right, okay, hang on. Or should I leave that for next episode? I'll start doing that in the next episode. I haven't got time, got too much to do. think I need to go a little bit steadier on that bit. Right. That's where it all gets a little bit scary. I did bring that over with one stack on. I need to move that because those spikes are a bit dodgy there. And I brought over this. I do like this CS head forks. I really do like those. Right, so let's start that end. Get this stack off. Now, I might be lucky, and this might reach. I brought over the telehandler because I didn't know if it would or not, but let's see. If it does, we won't have to worry. Right, it should be right, shouldn't it? Yeah. The golden. Just make sure I'm only going as far as the red, because I don't want to pierce through into the next lot through. Lift them off, and then I'll worry about. No, that doesn't seem to want to. There we go. That's better. Get it done nice and quick. Come on. Perfect. Right, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. I got a little bit concerned, only because I didn't again realise how much of a slope there was between here and here. So as I unloaded this side of the trailer, it started to tilt backwards, and I was worried these were going to fall off. So what I did was took the top row off there first, then worked my way across the bottom section. As you kind of saw, it's all going rather well in here. The bales are stacking up very neatly. So we've got a straw here. Look at that, not bad. And now hay over there. That looks really untidy now in comparison to that, but never mind. So it's all gone really well. I'm trying to think. So next, I need to finish off these. I'm going to take a stack of these and I'm going to sell them. That's going to be the next episode. I need to prepare field 51. I need to harvest field 37 because 36 isn't ready yet. I got the header was sent over. They swapped the headers, so I've got the new header over here ready to go. And that's what I like. I do like about the RSM 161. This oh, what's it called? Something Draper 900, Draper Stream 900 header for the Rostselmash. It's a 9-meter header, but it comes with the trolley kind of attached, so you don't need a separate header trailer, which is nice because you normally only get that with the really, really long Draper headers. So that's going to work very, very well. But that's been delivered anyway. And before I finish off, I got a message from Randy to say, just make sure before the winter comes and you get snow that this gets put under cover. Maybe flip it round and have it the other way around so it's under this cover, because the snow will fall on that and then it will be picking up snow and not the grass. So thank you for that, Randy. That will need to be moved before the winter hits. But that is the end of another episode. They are coming thick and fast. Lots to do. I'll get this finished. Next episode, plenty more to be getting on with. I hope to see you again then. If you've enjoyed this episode, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.